Well, hello there, Retro PC Durham. Chris here. We've got, I think this is our final Thinkcember video for the year. So this is my quick look here at another newer ThinkPad. This is a ThinkPad T14s Gen 2. So this is a pretty new machine, very slick. The TS laptops are like the enterprise class, but like thin, but not X1 carbon thin, if that makes any sense at all. Anyways, taking a look at what's going on here on this side, you will notice this is not the standard black ThinkPad color. This one's actually part of the, what do you see here, the A1 line. So this is aluminum chassis. So not the carbon touch stuff. I will be honest with you, I'm not the biggest fan of this for the ThinkPads. I guess I'm old school like that. I want my matte black carbon fiber finish. It's okay, but I would say that when we get into like the feel of the keyboard and stuff and the wrist rest, it's really noticeable in terms of the comfort level. So yeah. So on the bottom here, we can see we got our intake for air. And then on the right side here, I'll just show you Kensington lock, our exhaust, USB 3.2 port, a smart card option slot if your business happens to use those. Nothing on the front, again, nothing on the back. And then on the left side, we've got our Thunderbolt, the combo Thunderbolt and Ethernet option port, which if you're doing like docking and stuff, this is like a combo port that you can just plug that one piece in and it gives you power and networking connectivity to your docks and port replicators and stuff. HDMI out, and then another USB 3.2, and then your audio jack. If we want to lift up, because this is a thin, right? You can see here we got that extra thick hinge, but this actually does a full drop. So you can do a full 180 screen flatness on this one, which is kind of cool. And then taking a look here, we've got our standard ThinkPad keyboard. The newer models here, you see the keyboard's actually integrated fully into the top here. So you've got the backlit, and this also gives you like the spill-proof type design here that the liquid will just like roll off. You can just like turn it up to the side upside down, it'll drain it that way instead of having to drain through holes and everything. So this is the kind of the new way of doing things. Nice thick, nice comfortable big touchpad I never use because I use TrackPoint, and then we've got our power button there with the integrated fingerprint reader, 14-inch screen obviously because it's a T14. This is the carry-on from the previous series like T440, 450, 460, 480, 490, and then T14 Gen 1 and Gen 2. And then the S at the end is the slimline versions, right? So a T40, I guess it would have started with like the T410S would have been the first one, maybe. I can't remember if there was a T400S or not. You can remind me in the comments below, but kind of just trying to be a little bit slimmer and lighter and sleeker design, but maybe not quite as sleek as the X1 Carbon is. So yeah. That's the look there. Power on is pretty simple there. We're just one power button and we'll get this up and running into Windows, and I guess we can take a look at what the specs of this particular model happen to be. Okay, so this model I have the PSRef model reference for this specific unit. This is the 20WM005BUS. So processor we have in here is a Core i5 1145G7, which is a 4-core 8-thread processor here, 2.6 and burst to 4.4. It's got integrated Intel graphics, so that's currently now the Iris Xe graphics, but it's an iGPU. It's from Intel. It's okay. It does its job for business purposes. It's fine. You're going to be basic gaming capability, but it's not great. Memory on here is 16 gig of soldered memory. Again, this is something you're going to get with stuff like these slimline machines, where a T14 Gen 2, I'm pretty sure still will have 2 memory DIMM slots. The T14S is soldered because it's got this thin design, so there's not a ton of upgradability. Storage-wise, it does have an M.2 slot, so there's a 512 gig SSD in here, NVMe. I believe this is PCIe Gen 3, the 512 megabyte. The higher capacity ones, like if you want to get like the 2 terabyte or the 1 terabyte, goes up to PCIe Gen 4. Audio is the Realtek chipset that's in there. You've got a 1080p camera with the privacy shutter. And an integrated 57 watt hour battery, which I've found doesn't last a ton of time, but it's okay. I would not say I get all day battery on this from full office use. Now, and the screen is not like super bright. It's a 400 nit screen, which is great. But if I think about comparing this to say like my L13 Yoga, which is only a 350 nit screen, and it is a 13.3 inch screen instead of a 14 inch screen, my battery felt like it lasted a heck of a lot longer. And the specs on here, I mean, 1 generation newer processor, which is almost the same amount of memory, actually a larger storage drive, a 1 terabyte drive on the L13 Yoga. So it just, the battery life's fine, but I would expect it to be a little bit longer. The mobile mark here, you see it says 14.5 hours, which I don't know. I haven't gotten an all-day battery charge on it yet. So maybe just bad luck on my part. As I mentioned, it's got the backlit keyboard on here, which is pretty standard on every business ThinkPad these days. And then you've got a Intel AX Wi-Fi with Bluetooth 5.2, and then your standard port array on here as well. So yeah, pretty decent setup. We'll wrap up here with a little holiday fireplace 4K. Once again, highly recommend you check them out. Their channel has lots of great high quality, comforting images and videos like the one that we have on screen right here. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I hope you are staying safe and healthy, and we'll catch you in the next one.